화려한 사교 모임을 즐기는 활달하고 도도한 키티. 그녀에게 첫눈에 반한 과묵하고 이지적인 월터.
Hello.
Hello.
If you'd like to dance.
Why not? I suppose you invited him, Mother.
그는 사실 아버지의 초대로 파티에 참석했었죠.
His name is Fane and he's a doctor. He manages a government laboratory.
Is he in love with you?
Point is whether or not I'm in love with him, and I'm not. The very idea that a woman should marry any Tom, Dick or Harry, regardless of her own feelings, is simply prehistoric.
그런데 이 남자 추진력 보소.
I came to see you to ask you if you'll marry me.
You could knock me down with a feather.
But there it is. I've got to get back to China very soon. Don't have time to be cautious.
그를 사랑하지 않는 키티는 그의 청혼이 부담스럽습니다.
At least one of them's made a success. No, I gave up on Kitty ages ago.
하지만 엄마에 대한 반발심에 충동적으로 결혼을 하고 월터의 근무지인 상하이로 향합니다. 비록 지금은 그를 잘 모르지만 차차 그를 알아가며 사랑하리라 다짐합니다.
I am so happy you're here.
Walter, I said it's raining cats and dogs.
I've gotten used to not speaking unless I have something to say.
Nobody spoke unless they had something to say. The human race would soon lose the power of speech.
You're right.
달라도 너무 다른 두 사람. 월터는 따분해하는 키티에게 파티에 가자고 제안합니다.
I'm so glad you could come. Charlie, stop talking and greet our guests.
그곳에서 영사관 부부와 인사하는 키티.
Mr. Townsend?
Now she covers her face with a cloth. She is mourning her misfortune, weeps for the lively, vivacious girl she once was, lonely woman she has become. And most of all, she weeps for the love she'll never feel.
경극 배우와 자신을 동일시하며 자신의 처지가 외롭다고 느끼죠. 결국 찰리와 외도를 저지릅니다.
What was that?
Perhaps it was the amount.
Shh.
Why are you sleeping?
What are you doing home?
I'm afraid it's rather important, darling. Do you know a place called Meitanfu? Small town on a tributary of the Yangtze River in the interior.
They've had an outbreak of cholera there.
I have volunteered to go and to take charge.
You're not expecting me to come too.
I hoped that if I was going, you would want to go.
No, I won't go. It would be madness for me to go.
Fine. Then I shall file my petition for divorce tomorrow. I am divorcing you for adultery. I am naming Charles Townsend as your lover.
키티는 급하게 찰리를 찾아갑니다.
I'd have come if it wasn't necessary.
You didn't commit yourself, did you? Besides, it wouldn't do Walter any good to create a scandal.
He's agreed to let me divorce him if Dorothy will agree to divorce you.
Whatever happens, we must try to keep Dorothy out of it.
You don't want to divorce her.
찰리의 본심을 확인하고 상심한 키티.
I'm coming with you.
Good.
월터는 속물인 찰리가 이혼하지 않을 거란 걸 예상하고 있었죠. 그리하여 부부는 험난한 길에 오르고 2주에 걸쳐 역병이 창궐한 마을 메이탄푸에 도착합니다. 그들의 거처는 최소한의 살림만 있고 누추합니다. 유일한 이웃인 부 판무관과 인사를 나누는 부부.
My name is Waddington. 2 weeks.
No, we didn't come upriver. Came overland. Wanted to take in a bit of the countryside.
그는 일부러 고생길을 택한 거였죠.
Long drawn out affair, dying of cholera.
All of the fluid goes out of you in the first 36 hours. You die of dehydration, actually.
죽음의 공포를 느끼는 키티. 게다가 이곳은 콜레라가 아니라도 영국인을 배척하는 중국 국수주의자들에 의해 죽을 수도 있었죠.
Posting one of his men here at the house.
죽음이 현실이 될 수 있다는 공포감에 떠오르는 한 사람, 찰리. 이미 배신당해봤으면서 지푸라기라도 잡고 싶었나요?
What can I do for you, Mrs. Fane?
I was wondering if you could tell me when the post comes through for Shanghai.
Charlie Townsend.
Do you know him?
He had his little flirtations. I once heard her say that she found it most unflattering that the women who fell for her husband were so consistently second-rate.
다시 정신 차린 키티는 편지를 붙이지 않죠.
Colonel, can I see where they get their drinking water?
For starters, we've got to stop people from using this well until I can test it.
월터는 마을 실태 조사를 한 후 치료에 착수합니다. 상황은 생각보다 훨씬 참혹했죠.
So this is how it's going to be, passing her evenings in silence.
She's not cooking it.
Leave it.
Are you looking to kill yourself?
한편 월터는 마을의 식수원인 우물이 오염되어 폐쇄를 지시하고 창살 없는 감옥 생활에 갑갑함을 느낀 키티는 밖으로 나가는데 처참한 죽음을 목격합니다.
Mrs. Fane! Come away. Then it occurred to me that you and your husband might be madly in love, and you'd simply refuse to stay behind. Do you know what I find strange? That your husband should never look at you. He looks at the walls, the floor, his shoes.
키티에게 벌을 주고자 하지만 한때 사랑했기에 마음이 불편한 거죠. 워딩턴은 갑갑해하는 키티에게 월터가 있는 병동도 구경시켜줄 겸 함께 수녀원으로 향합니다.
It is a great pleasure to make the acquaintance of the wife of our good and brave doctor. Is the infirmary. It is not a sight one would wish to see. This baby was brought in this morning, another orphan. Dr. Fane loves babies. He spends as much time as he can helping them out in the nursery.
키티는 자신이 몰랐던 월터의 따뜻하고 인간적인 면모를 이제 알게 된 거죠.
Brought you your supper.
All right, just leave it there.
Walter, what do you propose we should do if we get through the epidemic?
No idea, but I don't think any good will come of always talking about a situation that we should do much better to forget.
I know you're angry at me, but if we could just try and
May
talk
Schiller.
about... Do you absolutely despise me?
No, I despise myself
Why?
for allowing myself to love you once.
관계를 회복하기 이미 늦은 걸까요?
How can I help you?
Perhaps I could help with the sisters in the hospital. Be happy to scrub the floors. Anything.
삶과 죽음의 경계에서 남편을 비롯하여 희생하는 여러 사람들을 보며 쓰임이 되고 싶은 키티.
The spirits need access to the water. I understand that. Want to move a few of these so that they don't live in the
한편 우물 폐쇄에 이어 시신 수장도 금지하자 마을 주민들의 반감이 거세집니다. 이렇게 남편이 팬데믹 종식을 위해 싸우는 동안 키티 역시 타인에게 봉사하며 정신적으로 성장하죠. 키티가 수녀원에서 일하는 걸 알게 된 월터.
For a Western woman to go exploring a Chinese town by herself.
As if you care whether I'm killed by nationalists or boredom.
I shut off the town's only water supply today. I have no idea.
Then I suppose we're both useless. At last, something in common.
그러던 중 물레방아 정수기를 고아내는 월터. 기쁨의 발걸음을 내딛습니다. 그리고 이기적이고 제멋대로였던 키티가 달라진 모습을 보며 그녀에게 반했던 과거를 떠올리죠.
What you're doing, for instance, is incredibly noble.
I'm here to study bacteria. I don't feel the need to have an opinion about the rest of it. You used to feel contempt for me, don't you still?
We humans are more complex. I'm sorry I'm not the perfect young woman that you want me to be. I'm just ordinary. Walter, why didn't you break down that door when you knew I was in there with Charlie? You might have at least tried to thrash him.
He wasn't worth it.
한편 월터가 지시한 시신 토장 공고를 본 마을 주민들이 폭동을 일으키자 키티의 위험을 감지한 월터가 그녀를 구하러 가죠. 그리고 그날 밤 사랑의 화해를 나누죠. 다음날 함께 데이트도 하는 부부. 그런데 잠시 기절했던 키티.
Is it possible you are with child?
No. Oh, yes.
Think how happy your husband will be.
I'm pregnant.
But that's wonderful. How long do you think you've been like this? Am I the father?
I honestly don't know.
It doesn't matter now.
이미 그녀를 용서했기에 이 상황도 받아들이는 월터. 며칠 뒤 콜레라에 감염된 수많은 이웃 난민들이 치료를 받기 위해 메이탄프로 들이닥칩니다.
They come in, they'll contaminate everything. We've got to keep them outside the town. In! Jamie!
다음날 아침 난민촌 환자들을 치료하기 위해 떠나는 월터.
Dr. Fane told me he wanted you to leave, but you would not.
I'd rather stay.
No.
Mr. Waddington?
He's been taken ill.
월터가 콜레라에 감염됐다는 청천벽력 같은 소식.
Walter,
Oh no, she can't be here.
I'm afraid I've had no say in the matter.
you have to go.
Your baby.
Please, you must go.
죽음도 불사하고 그의 곁을 지키며 간호하는 키티.
Kid. Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. I'm sorry.
월터를 사랑하게 됐는데 그가 세상을 떠납니다.
Tu as le cœur à rire, moi je l'ai à... Je voudrais que la rose fût...
Do you like flowers?
Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais
That's wonderful.
Et que mon doux ami fut encore à m'aimer.
런던으로 돌아온 키티.
Better hurry. Grandfather's waiting.
Kitty Fane. I know it's been a long time. What's your name?
Walter.
We should really press on.
Kitty. I'm going to be in London for the next 3
Bye,
weeks.
Mr. Townsend.
이제는 어리석었던 예전의 키티가 아닙니다.
Who's that, Mummy?
No one important, darling.
영화는 고전 달과 유펜스를 집필한 작가 써머신 몸의 소설 인생의 베일'을 원작으로 하고 있습니다. 작가는 우리가 바라보는 세상은 허상이나 환상일지도 모른다고 말합니다. 베일 아래 감춰진 진실을 보지 못하기 때문이죠. 이런 오류는 영화에서 보여주듯이 작게는 개인 간 갈등부터 크게는 국가 간 갈등까지 일으킵니다. 영화는 실망과 상처를 주고받는 이런 혼돈의 세상 속에서 성장하여 회복하는 삶을 보여주며 인간 본성, 사랑과 용서, 그리고 삶의 의미에 대해 묻습니다. 영화 페인티드 베일이었습니다.